Today in the Origami Dojo, we're going to be taking another look at the $1 origami butterfly. But this time, we're going to be using a much larger sheet of paper, so hopefully it will be a lot easier to follow along, and everyone will be able to fold it this time. So we're going to start with a sheet of printer paper, either A4 or letter size works just fine, and with the long side facing us, we're going to take it and fold it in half. And crease sharply. And then unfold. And now what we want to do is, using the method of your choice, just cut along this crease here to come out with two evenly sized rectangles. So once we have our rectangle, we're going to start with the wing color side up. So if you want a butterfly with greenish wings, then you should start with this side up. If you want a butterfly with more whitish wings, then you should start, obviously, with the other side up. So we're going to take our rectangle, or dollar bill if that's what you're actually folding from, and we're going to take the right edge and fold it over to the left edge. And we want to line them up as carefully as possible, because these folds will be very important later on. And then we're just going to flatten it by folding out from the middle and out to the sides. And with that fold in place, we're going to take the bottom edge and fold it up to meet the top edge. Then we're going to take this topmost right edge here and we're going to fold it down to the bottom edge. It's kind of like a paper airplane fold. And then we're going to unfold it and we're going to take this top flap here and fold it back down. But when we do that, we want to split it open, and then we want to make this top part here go up to the top and this bottom part here go down to the bottom. And when we do that, we're just going to put a finger in there and open that up and then flatten down. Now the top crease is already in place and going in the right direction, but for the bottom crease, we're going to have to flatten that out a bit. And once we have that, we're going to turn over top to bottom, and we'll do the same thing on this side. We're just going to take this bottom edge, fold it up to the top, then take this edge on the right here and fold that down to meet the middle crease. Then let's unfold, and then we're going to open up the paper again. We're just going to split that flap in two, and then squash it down. And again, this top crease will be going in the right direction, but we may have to coax that bottom crease into place. And we'll flatten this out, of course. And let's rotate around. And now to make the wings, we're going to take this flap here and fold it up along this edge. Then we'll take this edge here and we're going to fold it down to the bottom. This is similar to the fold we made earlier. And then again, just like earlier, what we're going to do is unfold and then squash this flap back down, which means we're going to fold it down. And as we do that, we'll just open it up and then push it down so that one half of the flap goes to the top and one half goes to the bottom. It's slightly different from earlier, but the technique is the same. And then again, we'll just have to flatten along the bottom. And one wing is sort of shaped. We still have a little bit more to go. So what we want to do now is take this mountain fold and we want to pinch it up and then just fold it up a small ways. So what we're doing here is just lifting that flap up and sliding it over a bit and then folding. And then when we do that, of course, we're going to have to flatten again along the bottom. And there we go. So basically what we did was we took this mountain fold and used it to make a valley fold here. So we just lifted it up, folded that valley fold, and then flattened it out along the bottom. Now what we need to do is take this small tip here and just fold it down so that if this edge lines up with the edge underneath. Now this might be difficult to see from this side, but if you hold your paper up to the light, you should be able to see that edge beneath. So we'll just fold down to meet that edge. And then we'll unfold, and then we'll just push this paper inside. So we'll just push that in, and then flatten. Then we're going to take this tip on the back here, and then just fold that behind. And now we're going to do the same thing on this side here. We're going to take this flap, and we're going to fold it up along that edge there. And we'll crease, then take this edge and fold it down to meet the bottom edge, and crease sharply on this one, Then we're going to unfold, and we're going to open this flap out, and then we're just going to flatten down like before. And you should be getting good at this by now, I hope. If I'm doing a good job, you are. And then we'll just flatten down, and of course reinforce the crease down here. Then we're going to lift up this mountain fold and fold it up a little ways again. And you want to match it to this side as close as possible because, of course, butterflies have perfectly symmetrical wings. And once we have that, let's flatten it out once more. And then we're going to take this tip and try to match that up with the edge beneath it. And once we have that, unfold and then just reverse fold that into place. And then, of course, we're going to take this tip and fold it behind. And again, we do kind of want to match it up to the other side. So that looks good. Let's flatten down. And to finish up our butterfly's body, we're going to mountain fold it in half. And then we're going to take this mountain fold and fold it up to this corner here. And it doesn't matter which angle you choose for your butterfly's wings. So as long as this edge touches that corner, we're good to go. For this last wing, we're just going to take that and then just fold it up to meet the first wing. And line it up as carefully as possible. And then crease through all layers. Okay, so now let's take this edge and we're going to fold it up to the top edge there. And we'll just crease. And for this next fold, what we need to do is make a fold that extends from this top point here all the way over to this corner here. And it sounds difficult, but actually all we're doing is just holding this paper in here in place and just pulling out the extra paper here and then lifting it up and folding it up as high as we can, and that should be as far as this point here. And we can flatten that down. So one more time just to clarify, all we did was lifted this paper out here and then folded it down. And we'll be doing the same thing on the other side. We'll just turn over top to bottom and take this edge and just fold it up. Then we'll rotate around slightly. And then we're just going to pull that paper out and fold it up as high as you can go. As high as it can go. I'm not sure how high you can fold. Anyway, and we'll flatten that down. And now our butterfly's body should be super thin, just like a regular butterfly. And we're going to then take this wing and we're going to fold it up along the edge here. And fold that down. And crease as sharply as possible. Then turn over and we'll do the same thing on this side. We're just going to take the wing and fold it out along that edge there. Then let's unfold and our basic butterfly is done. Now, obviously this doesn't look the best, but you can always give it some more shaping. Like, if you don't feel like putting too much time into it, you can just fold the corners back and maybe fold them out again, or fold them again, and just round it out like that. But if you'd like to give it some extra detail, and make it look like this butterfly here, what you can do is make curved folds that go in between each corner. And to make those, all you need to do is pull this, we're going to pull this paper out here, squeeze the paper gently, and curve it. And it's easiest if you just go in with your finger like so, and just round that out. And we'll do the same thing here. We're just going to take our finger and run it between the two corners. Just give it a rounded, well, a rounded and spiky look. And then same thing here, we're just going to take our finger and run it between the corners. And that looks good. And there we go, that's 2 corners done. Now, 3 more to go on this side, so we'll get those done. And one more here. And boom, 1/2 of our butterfly is done. And that finishes our butterfly. If you've been folding from a dollar bill, your end result should look something like this. Or this, whichever color you decided to start with. Anyway, I hope you were able to fold along. If so, and if you found this a lot easier, feel free to let me know in the comments below. Hey guys, thanks for watching this tutorial. If you enjoyed it, please feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and do all that other good stuff. And as always, feel free to also check out my channel for even more tutorials and stuff. Anyway, I'm Sam, and I will see you next time. Awkward pause. Camera cuts out.